The year was 2002, and a young stud named Lee Lukoski was dating a hot blonde from the city, Tiffany Profant. You see, Tiffany wanted to spend more time with her man Lee, so she went into the woods with the camera, and while doing so, they both met a young deer, soon to earn the nickname, the Big Brow-Tine Buck.
The young Big Brow-Tine Buck would come in almost every time Lee would call. Even as a 2.5-year-old, he had a knack of hanging out just out of bow range.
Where they're dogging that doe.
Again in 2002, Lee had a third encounter with a Big Brow-Tine Buck.
There's a buck right there, right in front of us.
He'd come running into the rattling antlers, but he would never commit.
Now at this point in time, he was only 3.5 years old, which means Lee would have passed on him anyway.
That was a pretty good buck, but too small still.
But even if Lee did want to take him, the chances back then were slim to none, because this buck would never commit and come into Lee's rattling or calling. In 2003, Lee had a few more encounters with the Big Brow-Tine Buck, but it was nothing to the encounters in 2004.
That's the fourth time that we've seen him out of his stand. But he's just a son of a gun. You can't call to him, he rattle, you grunt. He just, it seems like the more you call at him, the faster he runs away from you.
Not only did Lee feel frustrated in front of the camera while trying to get close to the Big Brow-Tine Buck, but also behind it. When he was filming Tiffany in November of 2004, Tiffany had this buck within 30 yards and could not get a clear shot at him.
All year that Big Brow-Tine deer, this year and last year as a matter of fact, has been giving us the slip with the bow, so we're gonna fool him this year.
During the 2005 archery season, Lee has the big boy in front of him for 2 hours, and being that he was waiting on a hot doe, Lee could only hope and pray that she would come his way.
Lee would throw every call he had at this buck, and without exception, the Big Brow-Tine would turn around and walk away.
I've been sitting here for about 2 hours watching the Big Brow-Tine 8-point I want to shoot. It's laying right there. He had a hot doe. Oh, God! Had that big son of a gun at 80 yards again for like 2 hours.
Again, during the 2005 archery season, Lee has one more encounter with a big buck, just 4 days before Iowa's first gun season. Mr. Brow-Tine is standing in front of Lee at 20 yards. Unfortunately, Lee didn't think Tiffany was ready with the camera.
This was actually the last time that Lee saw the 6.5-year-old buck before the gun season. He had actually come to full draw, but once again, the big brow sixth sense kicked in and the buck came out on top.
Bat, bat, bat. Oh man, what a morning. Dude, that big brow tine buck. I mean, he's got more than 9 lives. He must have 20. He's coming. I see a doe coming. He comes right through. He's right here at 20. But I don't think Tiffany's got the camera down there the whole time. Don't move, don't move. And all of a sudden, so I'm still sitting down. I didn't even stand up yet. And she's like, I've got him, go ahead. I'm like, you got him. I'm not even ready to shoot. I could have shot him at 20 yards right there. And then he got by us and skirted around. Way out and got way out over there, 100 yards. And this doe must be coming in. She must be hot because she stayed right here by us. He came all the way around. He came right through here at 30 yards, and I couldn't stop him.
The blind that Lee and George were going to sit in was a perfect setup. Not only would it keep him out of the snow, but it was a rickety old shack that had been there for years, so the deer were totally used to it.
Oh, we got more deer coming. Beautiful night. That doe just stared up. She looked back. It's not as cold as it has been, which kind of stinks, but it's snowing. And we already got, there was a couple deer in the field when we got here, ran them out. Now there's does and fawns, and you can see some back behind the creek milling around. I think it's going to be a good night. And for the big brow tine deer, hopefully it'll be a good night, Irene.
Lee and I have been waiting 3 years to get a shot at the big brow tine buck. Now this evening, he sure didn't have to wait long before he moved into gun range, and that in turn made Big George very, very nervous.
See, maybe I get spooked to that bad boy and come this way. Yeah, you just get a bunch of pre-roll. I think he'll walk right in front of us. Boy, he looks good. You got that camera rolling behind you. You got to put your back ear right into the shooting house. Tell me when you got him. You got him, right? Come on, George. Come on. Tell me you got him. Come on. Tell me you got him. That. And finally. Tell me you got him.
I got him. I could kiss you right now, but your wife would get mad.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. The big brow tine buck finally, buddy.
Not a lot of pre-roll. I tried my hardest because he handcuffed us again.
Luckily for us, he came and walked right down the beans, came up this way. Oh my gosh, look at that big old thing. It's a big mass. We've had this deer so close to us so many times. Look at the brows on him. This is a legend on our farm.
Life is good, life is fine.
Look at that buck. Oh. I can't tell you how long I have waited to put my hands on this rack right here. Oh my gosh. Look at that big old Bruin. Big old bladed brows on him. We've got so many pictures of this deer. We've had so many encounters with this deer. And he was like
He was like our nemesis. We could never get a shot off on this deer. He's actually probably gotten down a little bit from what he was even last year, but he's 6.5 years old. And there are higher scoring deer on this farm for sure, but there is not even close to being a deer that I wanted to take more than this deer right here. And for whatever reason, he finally made a mistake, and this deer certainly didn't make many of them. Oh, what a beauty. Big heavy mass on him. Look at the brows on there. Great big fat bladed brows. What a dandy. That is exactly the deer that we were looking for.
Well, I couldn't believe my eyes. I walked up, and there he was, the big brow tine buck.
Merry Christmas.
All I gotta say is BBD, baby. Look at that. Big 6.5-year-old buck.
That's like, I feel like doing a dance. What, a dance? Come on!
You are a terrible dancer. Hey, you grab the camera. Forgy and I'll throw them up there.
Hey, wait a minute, that's not my job.
Yeah, it is.
Tiffany.
Get over there, you ain't gonna have a job.
I help.
All right, here, take the camera.
You aren't gonna do much, I'm afraid, dear.
Well, you know what my favorite is? When you drag it and I go like this. You keep dragging it.
You're good for a lot of things, honey, and putting deer up in the truck is not one of them.
Well, do you really want me to be?
Oh shit, I think I have that one. The first day of the second gun season of 2005 is definitely a day I'll never forget. Well, the big brow 8 is gonna make his last trip out of the bean field. Well, we sure had a fun couple of years chasing him though. Kind of miss him, you know, when you're out there and that was a deer you'd see all the time. But you know what? A new big one will move into his place and we'll be looking forward to chasing him next year. I hunted 55 straight days before I finally shot a deer with my bow. Then I go with my muzzle loader. In an hour and a half, I got a big one on the ground. I'll take that any day.
Well, we've had this megaphone laying around the house, and I never really knew why. Well, today, I finally found a use for it.
BBD, baby. Big buck down.
The big brow tine buck has left the building. Attention all deer and deer hunters. The big brow tine deer has left the building. Attention all deer. It is now safe to go into the McCoskey Farm woods. The big brow tine deer has left the building. Repeat, the big brow tine deer has left the building.
Yikes! Turtle! I always wanted to say that and mean it. So I take one in the forehead, but it's a good shot, so I'm ready to go. All right, all set, almost ready to go. Just trying to get Lee's stuff together so we can go hunt.
We're heading over to one of our farms that has several good bucks on it. This is the same farm that a good friend of ours, Dr. Richard Reed, was hunting about a month ago, and he had an encounter with a great deer that we've been passing for the past couple of years.
This buck circled Richard for over an hour, and he certainly didn't come in on a string. He threw every trick he had at him to get him to come close enough.
Hit the can or something.
The fourth time Richard turned the can over, the buck finally turned and started to come his way.
Right. Got him. There.
And unfortunately for Richard, he sailed an arrow right over his back. Needless to say, Richard was a little disgusted with himself.
I can't believe I missed him. That's a stud. I guess I just shot over him. That's a big buck, man.
Well, Richard was right. This was not only a big deer, this was a giant deer. You know, Tiffany and I have been passing this deer for the past couple of years. Actually, last year in 2005, we had a great opportunity, great footage of him late season. Even though he was tempting, he's probably close to a 160-inch deer. We knew he needed another year, and we were right. He blew into a giant.
I am so excited. It feels so good to be out hunting again. And I know I'm not supposed to like that it's warmer, but I like that it's warmer. We get some good rubs in this spot right here in our stands, just about another 100 yards up here. So I hope those deer are eating the beans. I gotta think they are. There's tracks everywhere. I said I'm kind of glad that it's warmer out because, you know, then I don't freeze. However, I hate the rain. I wish it was snowing. I can't believe all the bucks sign over here. These rubs. I don't see any scraps because they're all covered up, but there is big poop everywhere. Kind of gross. Okay, I want to know why Lee gets a nice shooting house and I have to sit in a tree stand.
Trust me, if a giant buck walks out, Tiffany will forget all about sitting on a wet seat.
It is a nice tree stand, but I'm not in a little house protected from the rain, sitting in a freaking lounge chair like they had last night.
What can I say?
One more right there. After about 3 hours in the stand, we started to see some deer, and I mean a lot of deer. And not only were they all over the field, but they were also right below our tree stand.
An hour before dark, some bucks finally started to come out, and one was a real nice young 8-point with a sticker off his G2. But this was not the buck Tiffany was going to shoot. This was the buck Tiffany was going to shoot.
Lee and I couldn't believe our eyes when we saw the buck that Richard missed a month ago step out in the field at about 100 yards. And believe it or not, he was bigger than we thought he was. You ready? Can you pad over? Ready? Did I hit him?
Yep.
Did I hit him good?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I just shot my first buck with my encore. Yes, that was a good buck. That was the buck that Richard Reed, he missed it. Early season, I guess. Oh, I'm just shaking. I hope I made a good shot. Actually, after I shot, I said, did I hit him? I think I shot good. I had the crosshairs right on him, and I just kind of slowly squeezed the trigger, so I hope I hit him good. Yes.
Yeah.
I hope I hit him good. It should have been good because it was just, I just had the crosshairs right on the middle part of his. I wish he would have just dropped right there though.
You must hit him in the shoulder.
I think I hit him really good actually. Oh, I don't even know what to say.
Tiffany, not knowing what to say,
Now there's a first.
My heart was just beating. In fact, it was so hard because we had, oh my gosh, we probably had 50, 60 deer out here, and it was almost impossible to move. And I just said to Lee, I'm like, should I get my gun up? Because it's been raining, so I had my glove over it, my cover still on my scope. And just as I said that, I said, Lee, what's coming? Because we had a smaller buck out there who was looking to the right into the woods. And I said, Lee, what's out there? And he said, I don't know, because he's got the binocs. And he starts looking. He's like, that's a good buck. Get your gun, get your gun. And I had to try to get this camera on up here. I had to get my gun up, get my cover off my scope. And I think I just shot my first big buck with my encore. Yes! Yes! I am so excited right now. I just shot my first buck with my encore. That was a good buck. Yes! I had a good feeling about tonight though. I didn't know if it was that good a feeling, because that's a good buck.
Something with the blood.
We got blood, and it looks good. Let's go follow.
Why are you going that way when
I
you're going
don't
this
know.
way?
I was going this way. And it's good blood.
You know, Tiffany always gets excited when she's hunting, but I don't think I've ever seen her this excited before.
He is a dandy. Oh, yeah. Holy, I don't even know what to say. Holy good gracious is all I'm about to say. Look at this deer. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't even know what to say. What a great buck. Well, thank you first of all to Richard Reed for missing him. BBD, big buck down. And this time, it's mine. This time the chickie had to do it. And the chickie did it no problem. I shot a giant. This is what you wait for all season. I actually haven't shot a buck since October 9th. But I tell you what, this was well worth the wait. And I'm really thinking I like this gun hunting thing. It's a boom, and then they go running off. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I really like that. And once again, Lakoski and Lakoski, make it happen. Dude, look at me, I shot him, he's mine.
I know it. And it's so cool about this deer, Tiffany, is we passed him how many times last year? We saw him, we got footage of him. That's what's so nice about managing these farms, that you can take a 160-inch deer, what he was last year, knowing that he still has some good upside, and passing on him, and then blowing him into this. Look
How big do you think he is?
Mass. Oh, he's in the 70s gross, but he's got a foresight on here. Oh, yeah. Now this is a BBD, baby, huh?
Yes.
Man, that is awesome. What we should do is we should just go throw him in the back of the truck right now, get him out of here, go home with Georgie and say, we didn't shoot anything. Say we took a stand. I want you to go help me get it out. Have him go.
That's almost cruel. Okay, sounds like a plan. Okay, ready? That's a plan. You got to do the 1, 2, 3, break.
Well, as usual, Tiffany isn't much help dragging the deer out, but you know, when you get a wall of times like that, I'll grab this antler with my hand as long as I can. I don't mind dragging this one out. All right. And we don't have far to go. We have the match the cart in the truck, but really I was a feeling we made it into the woods 70 yards. I'll take it up to the edge. What a deer though.
Boys, you do that. So here's the deal. George and our friend Todd are at our house right now, and they have no idea that we shot this buck tonight. So it's gonna be funny. They won't even ask, because I already told them we didn't really see anything tonight, so.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen anyone as excited as Tiffany was that night. Well, at least not until we told Big George.
Oh, good God.
Oh my God, Lee!
Dude, that's freaking heavy.
Is he in the truck?
I haven't even watched it yet, so.
Oh my God, it's him! It is him! Holy shit, that 8-pointer not that big. I'm gonna try to be nice.
That's what I was like, I just panicked and I was like, what? There's a break back.
Well, I haven't even seen the footage really yet.
Oh my God! We're getting drunk!
We
we had the absolute best gun season. For Tiffany and I to both take our very first bucks ever with a muzzleloader, and for me to take the big brow tine buck, a deer I've been chasing for 3 years, and for Tiffany to shoot her best buck ever, man, 2005 was a season we'll never forget.